I mean, earn those points from deep. Don't give them to him free at the line.
That one misses. And he misses all three. A lot's been made of the Heat fans in the past for walking out during the finals game where they looked to be out of it. But credit, the Miami Heat fans, Greg, with last year sticking with this team.
Yeah, and in all fairness, I would have walked out as well because I thought it was over. But with LeBron out of town, a lot of Heat fans could have jumped off the bandwagon. But you know what? They stayed with it. So although the weather is fair, the fans are not.
Oh, well said.
Thank you. And a great job of taking advantage of the steal there to get those easy ones in transition.
That's exactly how you draw it up, Greg, on the board. I mean, good defensive work, aggressive play in the open court. Those two things are hand in glove when they work together. And, for the Heat, despite the struggles, they still sold out every game here last season. They were among the top teams in the league in total attendance.
And look, he's not the best athlete, but he's able to create the space he needs to operate.
Wade kicks to Whiteside. There's Green with the three. No good. Good work defensively by Gay.
And really, they showed up in force, even as the Heat fell to the back of the pack. The Heat only 20-21 last year at American Airlines Arena, but the fans love them all the same. And guys, Gerald Green looked to be out of the NBA at one point in his career, but since coming back from Russia, he has completely reinvented himself as a player.
The Kings trail by 4. He lobs it up, and Wade slams it in.
And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
And guys, right now, they're starting to flatline, just hanging on here for dear life.
And for Gerald Green and him reinventing himself, really was just known as a dunker before heading overseas.
Kevin, he came back with a better shot and a better understanding of how to win as a player. Strange to think that there was a time that he couldn't find a way onto an NBA roster.
Now here's McLemore. Wade drives in, and it's blocked. Curry against Dang. Now here's McLemore. D right on him. No good. And Miami the other way now. And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way. It's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. .58 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Wade outside. Back to Green. The basket good off the assist from Wade. Wade's got 3 assists in the game.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop. And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
And the trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well, Greg.
Here's Curry with the 3.
And you can see they're struggling from the field.
But still early. I mean, they've just got to trust their offense and work to get stops.
And it's blocked by Whiteside. Here's Gay. And Cousins kicks to McLemore to end the run. The shot misses. Good work defensively by Whiteside. And there's Green on the assist by... Wade. Green's got 9.
No doubt they've come into this game with a really aggressive approach, just pounding the ball inside.
It certainly is working. They're finding the open.
And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. Heat out front, they lead by 12, and will return shortly. Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Miami.
Tell you what, guys, they're showing us a lot of energy early on and racking up those fast break points.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight. And that also... And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play. Here's Green. Off the inbound, no good. Well, the Sacramento Kings weren't exactly road toughened last season, but they did have Clark some impressive stints.
Yeah, they were excellent in terms of scoring the ball. No problem at all putting up points. Their road defense was a different story.
Wade kicks to Dang. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Nobody near Gay. And another 3 for Sacramento.
They're having much more success here in the second. After missing on a few chances that they had earlier. They've locked in and zoned in here now.
Right side, this is to Green. Out to Wade. To the paint. And stolen by Gay. To the middle. Here's McLemore. There's the killer two-handed slam.
And, guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And, guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Quincy Acey.
He's jammed himself up a little bit here with that second foul. But as long as he can avoid a third before the half, I think he's fine.
The drive by Green and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And check out the bounce.
Bounce to the ounce. Clark, how about that?
Yeah.
All right,
You
showing
said
him
it,
off
Kevin.
right there. Good move.
You said it, my man. He's a highlight reel waiting to happen.
Here's Curry. And Whiteside sends it back. But they get it back. Cousins, no good.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
And for Gerald Green, another productive year last season coming off the bench. Though it was a smaller role, a small step back from the season before when he started over half the games for the Suns.
Well, there was a log jam in Phoenix at the wing position last season. He certainly matured, though, as he never complained about not starting, just went out and did his job.
Here's Curry. Kicks to McLemore. This one for 3. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. 10 points for Ben McLemore.
He's making it look easy scoring out there because he's much more efficient here in the second. For Gerald Green, it's hard to not think about the star that could have been, the 18th pick in the 2005 draft, right out of high school. It was basically athleticism and upside in his game then. He's finally made it in the NBA now, but has improved with skills and guile in place of explosiveness. He's really starting to ramp it up now, getting involved in the offense here after being held without a point in the first.
And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Deep pass there.
1:14 left in the first half of basketball.
And talking about Gerald Green, it seems like he's been in the league forever. But he was only 29 years old last season. By and large, he's avoided major injury, so he's still got plenty of tread left on those tires if he wants to keep going at it for a little while longer.
Now, that was an incredible reverse throwdown right there. Tremendous body control.
I'd even go as far as say, Clark, that was a punctuation dunk.
I can feel that.
Sending a message.
How
Yes,
about,
sir.
guys, that's one of those dunks that you probably want in your career highlight reel.
And it's Wade penetrating. And the rejection by Cousins.
Not sure if they're aware of the 2-for-1 opportunity.
Well, they ought to be. I mean, that's basic basketball time management. You've got to be aware of your clock and your situation. And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it.
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
That was a Kodak moment right there. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes. No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
You know, he has been ever present in the paint today, guys. He's getting a lot of his points from in close.
And Curry, here we go, gets a very good look and converts. Curry's got 8 points. Here's Richardson. Here's Dang. Got it off in time. No good on that last second attempt there. And so that brings the first.
Well, I'm with Eric Spoelstra, and obviously coached some great.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal. So it's Miami who's out on top at the half. They have a 9-point lead. And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get up.
And now the third quarter about to get going. We've seen Gerald Green really having a great game.
I tell you what, it's a pleasure to watch him when he's at the helm, because of that first half, offensively, he was in a zone.
It sure is a treat to watch him, guys. I mean, everything's been running through him, and he's doing a fantastic job keeping the offense clicking on all cylinders.
On the floor for Sacramento, McLemore and Gay on the perimeter. Renciaci out there with DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Curry in at the point.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
And Gerald Green picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. The Kings trail by 9. And no question, G.A., Rudy Gay is one of those guys who has always put up great numbers, but in 9 seasons he's been in the league, only one playoff. Only one. Count them, one. Back in 2012.
Yeah, but what if he were still in Memphis, though, Kevin? I mean, that's one of it. Sometimes it's not always your fault that you're not getting there.
True.
You got to play on a good enough team, and he hasn't up to this point. So, yeah, he's had his moments of inconsistency and will disappear at times. So there's some shared blame there as to why he hasn't been more consistent when it comes to the postseason.
Here's Richardson, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc, and boy, are they taking advantage.
Second half rolling along now, about a minute played here. And stolen by Cousins. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Whiteside.
Risky pass in a situation like that. Very lucky that wasn't a steal.
Fortunate to get it through. I thought he was headed the other way with that one.
Curry kicks to Gay.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
Well, Greg, after a run of 10 playoff trips in 11 years, the Miami Heat missing the postseason last year, they'd end up a game back of the 8th spot.
Yeah, I've pictured for most of the year, and as the season wore on, they slowly fell out of that top 8.
McLemore with the ball. Wade picks him up. Green with the block. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Gay. Green with the block. And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way.
Guys, they've had a solid start to the second half offensively. Gotten good looks, and they've made 3 out of 4 of them. You know, guys, for the greater part of last season, it appeared as though the Heat were playoff bound. Even with the players they lost, most figured they would be playing postseason basketball. He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
And one reason why the Heat did come up short in their playoff aspirations, they were very poor against other teams in the playoffs. So only went 15-31 against teams that had made it into the postseason last year.
They double-team Curry. Poked loose. It's stolen by Green. They're running, and here they go. And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
And that steal paid instant dividends.
No wasted time or motion getting out on that fast break.
Now here's McLemore. Wade is covering. McLemore, no good.
They really depend on him to convert those chances. A lot of times, even with solid D draped on him, they expect him to make it.
Good ball movement here by Miami. Gay with it. Wade picks him up. It's stolen by Wade. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. The pull-up. It's tipped, and they're able to recover. No one near Whiteside as he lets it go. No good on the triple. And finished off by AC.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
Almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it.
Gay outside. Pass to McLemore. This one for 3. Can't get it to go. Great D that time from Green.
But still, eventually you got to feel like he'll start knocking